I'm Taylor Oakland. This is a reading for TD. TD wants to know, I'm hoping to receive a reading. My hopes of becoming a professional reader to make a little bit of side money. The only problem is I get mixed results every now and then. And then with my free practice readings that I do for people, in which I can lower my faith in my efforts and ability to be a worthy reader. I am giving it my all. How will I know if I'm good enough to charge for my services? Thank you, TD. Well, you should charge immediately, basically, yeah. So that's the problem, right? The balance between free and charged. So if you do nothing but charge money, then nobody really knows who you are, and therefore they're not likely to pay you when there's so many other people that are noteworthy or, or have reviews and things like that. So the first thing that I would recommend is this balance between, by the way, we are using the Dark Mansion Tarot. So the Seven of Wands, sort of defend yourself against free. And what I mean by that is put a limit on the availability or the length of time we have a free reading for. In other words, when I give a free reading, it consists of me talking into a camera, right? And doing like a 5-7 minute reading. It's not like a 30-minute reading. I'll do that for astrology, but that's a totally different thing. Astrology is just fun. So in some astrology, it's extremely difficult to get it out in 5 minutes unless you're doing Hori. And sometimes I want to do more thorough. Anyway, so defend yourself against free. That fine balance of if you do only free readings, nobody has any incentive to pay you. But if you charge, nobody knows who you are, and therefore, won't sign up for you. So the first thing you should do is give charged readings. And you can join, many websites will allow you to join and post your readings are available. And then you can put a competitive price, and people can leave reviews after they get a paid reading from you, etc., etc. So, and also you can make a free website, and on the free website tell what you do and have quotes from people that loved your tarot reading and stuff like that. So basically get somewhere and get some reviews, right? Maybe a video review of someone saying, yeah, it's the most awesome thing, text reviews, etc., etc. So defend yourself against free. So also the Nine of Wands, you have that barrier there. You need to make a presentational style or basically, let yourself be different than everyone else. So don't be the same as everyone. Maybe charge a little differently than everyone. If you're new, maybe be competitive compared to other people that are not competitive, etc., etc. And also trade readings to get into the practice. So the thing about tarot is an in-person reading, or a reading where people have questions and they want to know certain things that dive deeper into your answer, etc., is a different reading than just talking to a camera, or is a different reading than typing something up in a tarot trade forum or something like that. So typing something is a totally different reading than talking to a camera for 5 minutes, which is a totally different reading than talking to a human being over the phone, which again is totally different than talking to someone in person. And you need to have that mixture. Here we have the Three of Cups, that mixture between having the barrier between you and the person. In other words, I wrote a reading out, not literally, but I typed up a reading and put it on a Facebook trade group or something, is a distance from you and the querent. Talking to a video camera, like I'm doing, is a distance between you and the querent. In-person readings are going to be totally different. You need to be good at all of these. So mix your style up, right? Mix your style. And make sure that you have both the not in person and in person. And that can be a variety of ways. You can do in person at a psychic fair, if you have a psychic fair locally or something like that. Or you can post somewhere that you're giving readings in person, or you can, I've seen people set up, and I'm not saying to do this, but you can set up in a place that a metaphysical store, right? Metaphysical store, they usually will have a psychic fair. If they don't, ask them if, hey, can I set up and do free readings? And then you have that in-person practice in addition to the online practice. So make sure you're good at all of them, and that will make you a complete tarot reader, if that makes sense. In other words, if you only do one, you're going to be bad at the other one. I mean, I hate to say that, but that's reality. I've seen people that are great at in person, but unless they have someone sitting there across from them, they're terrible. And vice versa, right? You get people that are making tarot videos and you get a reading with them, and it's really awkward, and they talk awkward in person, and they look at you awkward, and the whole thing is weird. So again, have a complete tarot experience. So to review, get on a site to where you can sell your services. You can do a free website. Don't spend any money. Get a free website. There's a million free websites. Make yourself a free website. Tell them, it doesn't have to be fancy. Just here's who I am. Here's what I do. Post some reviews. Get some reviews from people you've read for in the past. Trade readings online. There's a million places to trade readings online. Hey, maybe make a YouTube channel. Do tarot deck reviews. Do free readings on the YouTube channel. Get that not in-person thing going, and get the in-person thing going. Visit your local metaphysical store, or a store that will allow you to sit there and do free readings, or a lower store that will allow you to do that. And then you can hand them a cheapo business card, right? A cheapo business card, say, here's who I am and here's how much money I cost. And I'll find people in psychic fairs who are just making a living reading tarot or doing readings, and they'll have the worst website I've ever seen. Of course, I'm a application developer, but they'll have the worst website I've ever seen, and they'll have the worst business card I've ever seen. Looks like some standard, doesn't even have color. It's like a couple of lines on a blank card or something. And yet, they're making a living doing this. So you clearly don't need super high-tech, amazing business cards. I mean, you don't need any of that. If you have that, sure, that helps, I guess. But you don't need any of that. Anyway, so that is my advice for TD. Thank you for watching. If you have a question, please email me at the email address below in the description. Thank you so much for watching.